Hello, this is the Lunatic from the woods here, out here in the middle of the trees again. Beautiful, nice, cool winter day here. I hope everyone's having a good time with the holidays here. I'm gonna talk a little bit about like the Great Illusion. Look, what am I talking about here? What am I talking about? The Great Illusion. It's just like if anyone follows this path and they're becoming more conscious and everything like that, you start to realize like weird things. Like it just gets weird after a while. So basically, like what I started to realize is like everything just kind of like feeds off of itself. And it's just all an illusion. It's an illusion. Like you could see through it. It's not really put there for any purpose but to get more money. And then the people that get more money, they spend the money on something that they built up in their mind. So it's like, what am I really talking about? Okay, so here we go. So, I mean, you go out and buy food, right? The food that you buy in the supermarkets is genetically designed to make you keep eating it. So you keep eating it, you get sick, which then leads you into the doctor's office, which then, I mean, they just give you some pharmaceuticals. I mean, that's all they really do. They just give you pharmaceuticals. Unless you get shot or something or break a leg. Like, yeah, they could stabilize it, but they're not really going to do anything but give you pharmaceuticals, which, I mean, a lot of times people get addicted to them and horrible things happen that way. And also with the food, I mean, it's so addictive and everything because they do things like take out all the fiber and they dump a bunch of sugar into it, which gets it really addictive and people get really fat. So they sell them the food, which is has basically not that much nutritional value to it anyway. And then it gets you fat. And then they're like, oh, well, you're supposed to look this certain way. So then they try to sell you on weight loss stuff. It's just like, and then on top of that, like that's also another thing, how everything's kind of like over-sexualized. That leads into like making money too. And like this is just like a huge trap. A huge trap. And all this really is like your mind is building something up. Like your mind is building up like this illusion. Like, oh, I have to be this certain way. Like reality is never going to follow like your illusion that you built up in your mind. So that's kind of like what this really is. It's really cool stuff. I mean, like I was kind of even I was kind of having thoughts that even like everything just kind of fed off of itself. Like you get this, then you need this. You get this, then you need this. You get this, and you never really needed the first thing to begin with. Like, yeah, like you need some kind of food. I mean, I had this huge awareness, and I didn't really know why. I mean, pure awareness is just kind of like, this is what I have to do. But it doesn't have anything to do with the logical mind. For instance, like if you're walking down the street and you all of a suddenly stop somewhere and you're just like, I don't know, I just feel like I shouldn't move. And then a huge car, a huge truck or huge SUV pummels through and like, you would have been dead right there. Like that's what awareness is. So I had no idea like how bad the processed foods are, the foods that are just foods that are put together. You know, the whole middle of the supermarket is just, you know, just stay away from the middle, you know, stay to the far ends, you know, the fruits and vegetables, and then the, yeah, you know, the grains and stuff. Just try to stay away from that, you know, the stuff that's put together. Because a lot of the stuff, it says it's healthy, but it's not really healthy. And that's what it does. It just feeds into other things. And, you know, you can get fat, and you lose all your money, and you have health problems, and then you're going to the doctors, and then they're giving you pharmaceuticals, which is even taking more money, and then it's not really doing anything but making you sicker, and then it's getting you addicted. You know, I mean, like, I had this horrible back pain, and, oh, you're fine. So basically what I'm saying is the only real the treatments were, I mean, and this is just like the worst pain that I've ever felt in my whole life, multiplied by like 1,000. I didn't even know the physical body could go into that much pain. Like, I really last year, I really thought I was gonna die. Like, I was like, this might be it for me. Like, I might die. And that was the only, you know, I went to the doctors, I got all their tests and everything. They checked my spine, which my spine is fine. So it wasn't coming from my spine. That's all they checked. So the end diagnosis was like, I have depression and anxiety. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not taking the shit that you're giving me. And then there was physical therapy and pain management. Which pain management, you know, unless you're at the very end of your life, I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. I can't. I can't just keep loading my body up with poison. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's other stories about like that I could get into. Maybe I'll get into that in other videos. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of a thought that I was having. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Do you think like it's like everything? Because after a while, I start to think it was like everything. Like, everything just feeds in to itself. And the only reason why you're even doing anything is buying this stuff is because there's an illusion. You know, it's like a thought. It's like, you know, I talk about that in like my semen retention videos, like to the guys out there, like that woman that you're looking at, you're automatically building up. Like, when you see like a woman that catches your eye, you're automatically just building up a fantasy inside your head. And that woman, even if you get that woman by some weird off chance that she likes you, and she's not going to live up to your fantasy. She's another person. She has no idea what your fantasy is, your weird distorted fantasy from all the over-sexualized nonsense that you're watching on videos, and, you know, she has nothing to do with that. So yeah, like, this is the Lunatic from the woods here. I'm going off here. I've had it. Yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a cool link to a cool journal. You know, journaling's important. I really feel like it is. I really feel like it could help. That's why I put them up there. That's why I spend time making them and stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to get into that, that's kind of a good thing to get into. I feel like it's a good practice. But you guys just have a blessed day. And I really want to hear like what people think about this little rant that I just had about how everything kind of feeds into itself. Okay, you guys take care.